And one of the biggest burns you can say to somebody in a small town is like, "Oh, you've changed," right?
Oh,
You've changed.
that just gave me
And
goosebumps.
right? And the thing is, for me, I have changed. I stand behind it.
Mm,
And I'm really suspect these days of people that haven't changed. It's like, oh, you haven't changed. You're still like, you haven't changed at all?
yeah,
Nothing's
yeah.
different for you? Welcome to Your Mom Enough, the podcast for moms who love their kids, but miss themselves a little too.
We're Shawna and Cara, two moms, two lifestyles, one mission to help you stop guessing, start growing, and reclaim your sense of self without the guilt.
This isn't a parenting podcast. It's a place to explore who you are now and who you are still becoming.
Because confidence is a practice, not a destination, and you don't have to do it alone.
Episode 12.
12. My gosh.
Losing and missing and making new friends as a mom. The plot
Mhm.
twist we didn't see coming. Ooh, hot topic.
Oh, it's a hot topic.
A hard topic.
You know what is so funny is I thought that motherhood would bring me more friends.
Uh,
Yeah, no, that's not what happens.
yeah. Well, and I think, like, I will say that I've had, well, we'll get into it, but I've had some really hard friendship breakups.
Yeah.
They are real. And motherhood definitely adds a different layer of complication into like who you keep in your life. And yeah, it is never easy. So
You know what it feels like? And,
Mhm.
and this might be the gym teacher and me, but it feels like being picked last in gym class.
Right?
You're like,
Well,
where'd all my friends go?
I love that you're a gym teacher because I have so much childhood trauma around gym because I'm just like, we have the opposite set of skills. I am not good at sports. I don't sport.
But you volleyball. You're
I
volleyball.
do volleyball
Yeah, like a
recently, and
champ.
I do weightlift, and I do
Yeah.
like I'm good at volleyball. I'm ish, but I'm good at like individual
Mhm.
kind of sports, uh, dance or like
Yeah.
if I don't have to compete on a team where there's balls flying. I'm not good at flying balls. I've never been good at flying balls. This is not right. Like I'm that kid that constantly gets hit in the head. I have like a magnet on my face
Mhm.
I have a
Mhm.
magnet on my face for balls.
Mm.
That's
I'm
what
not gonna
going.
say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm that kid. I'm the kid that the gym teacher constantly worried about. Anyways, okay, friendships as a mom and as an adult, for me, it's been an interesting like journey throughout my life because I feel like I've always been good in a small group, like one or two friends. I've never been great at like the big friend cohort. That's never been my thing or my skill. And over my life, I'm fortunate to have a couple of friends that have like stayed in touch and we've been like besties for a really long time. My friend Jamie and I have been besties since I'm going to say 21 and 18, somewhere in it around there. I'm a little bit older than her. So,
Yeah.
and I have a really great friendship with my friend Shelly. We've been friends for 10 years now, but I've never been that person that's like, oh, this is my childhood friend that I'm still in contact with. And
Yeah.
it's funny because it's not like I think it's not because I don't love those people. I actually love them deeply, but
Mm.
who I am shifted over time. And I have always had this like growth mindset, this growth vision for myself. And I
Mhm.
couldn't grow and stay in friendship with
Yeah.
some people, you know? And
Yeah.
it's hard and it's heartbreaking because um like,
Mhm.
when you sometimes like we're from a small town originally. I live in the city now, but we're from a small
Yeah.
town originally. And one of the biggest burns you can say to somebody in a small town is like, "Oh, you've changed." Right?
Oh,
You've changed.
that just gave me
And
goosebumps.
right? And the thing is, um, for me, I have changed. I stand behind it.
Mhm.
And I'm really suspect these days of people that haven't changed. It's like, oh, you haven't changed. You're still like, you haven't ch changed. at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's
Yeah.
different for you. And
Yeah.
so, I have lost a closeness in the you have changed friendships because
Mhm.
I couldn't stay that version of myself and be what I envision for myself
Yeah.
at the same time. And like as a mom, when
Mhm.
I look at my daughter and what I want for her, I want her to want to like grow and change and explore and make mistakes and work on repairing those mistakes for herself and like see the world and do crazy things. I really wish she would stop trying to stand on the furniture right now because it's scaring the crap out of me. But like, I want her to be
Mhm.
um fully herself in the world. And I think if sometimes the friendships that you have um that are kind of like you're growing out of,
Mhm.
they don't let you grow into this new version of yourself. I find it often, I'll say this and then I'll let you share, but I
Yeah.
find it often when I come back home to Muskoka and I'm like surrounded by people that I grew up with, I like revert into this older version of myself.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, it doesn't feel good because I feel like I'm not being this
Your true self.
whole
Yeah.
like version of myself. Um, and if I was like 100% myself, the person that I've kind of evolved to now, that they'd look at me kind of sideways, like, who the hell does
Yeah.
she think she is? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean, needless to say, friendship breakups hurt, but sometimes they make space for the right people too.
And you know what I was going to say is moms out there, maybe you're in this situation with us too, where you've lost friendships since you've become a mom and without a fight, maybe even sometimes, or maybe you're in the in between phase where you haven't quite like you're still friends with the same people, but it just doesn't feel right. And then you haven't found new friends either.
Yeah.
If that is you, you are not alone. And you know what I'm gonna say is sometimes like you do have those friends who you love and admire, but it's kind of like proximity is power. I'm going through a different phase. I mean, we chose to have children in our 40s, and
Yeah.
most of our friends had them in their 20s,
Well, their
right?
kids are in high school,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
so it's just a different kind of world now that we're both in, and there's still sometimes that love. Like maybe you have lost friends, but maybe there's still that love, but it's just not, you're just evolving
It's
in
like
your
you're
own way.
suddenly like you love each other, but you're suddenly singing two different songs.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you used to be grooving to the same tune and now you're suddenly doing two
Yeah.
different songs and it's like how does Itsy Bitsy Spider and For Those About to Rock, how does that live at the same party? It's really hard, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's like, it's part of me misses that, like
Mm.
that group of friends. And I will always love them and always have a special place in my heart. But I realize I need to get some friends. And man, it's a little bit hard finding some friends when you're in your 40s and most moms are in their 20s. Do you find the same?
Hey mom, want to find time to do personal growth together? I do. We have opened a free group for accountability for ourselves and for people like us that want to find even just a little bit of time in our day to focus on our mind, our body, our smile, and our soul together as moms, looking to keep in touch with ourselves and set good examples for our kiddos. So if it sounds like something that might be of interest to you, especially if it sounds like you don't have time for personal growth or for focusing on things that are positive for you, this is 100% the place that you need to be. Just go to joinhearttostart.com and send a join request to the group and we will see you there. Okay, joinhearttostart.com. Bye.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah, but
I
that's
worry, so this is like fear that I have as I straighten my neck wrinkles. I worry that I'll take Carissa to school and they'll think I'm the grandma.
oh no.
Isn't that crazy? Right? Or that she'll be embarrassed of me because I'm like the old mom. But
Oh,
I don't know. I feel I haven't lost love for any
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
people that I've had in my life.
Yeah.
But the version of myself has shifted enough that it's like
Yeah.
caterpillars don't hang out with butterflies, you know, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you
And it
gotta go where you are.
Yeah, you gotta hang out with the other caterpillars or the other butterflies. And motherhood reshapes you. It reshapes everything, but it doesn't mean that it's a failure.
Oh,
It's just a shift or it's just a different place,
yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
I also fully ascribe to the notion that you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with.
Mm, I
If you
totally agree with that too.
Yeah, if you are Steve Harvey talks about. Do you know Steve Harvey? Super motivational. He's a comedian by trade, but he also is a motivational speaker. Powerful, powerful person to
Mhm.
follow. Anyways, he talks about everyone that came with you can't go with you. And when
Oh,
you are growth minded and you have ambition,
yeah,
sometimes you got to let people go. Like, genuinely, full transparency,
yeah.
stop drinking. I know that that's true for
You
you.
did, I did too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't drink anymore.
yeah.
And um for me, it wasn't like, not that this would be a bad reason. It wasn't like an alcoholism issue specifically. It
Mhm,
was every person that had the level of life that I want to achieve for myself doesn't drink. And I
mhm.
think success leaves clues. And so, drinking is part of the culture of where we're from.
Yeah.
And so I just started, I thought, okay, I'm just going to not drink. Right.
Mm.
And it's been one of the single best decisions I've ever made for my life not to drink. And it's
Yes.
been one of the hardest on friendships
Yeah.
because, when I reflected back, drinking together
Yeah.
was the one thing that we still all had in common,
Oh,
right? And so
yeah.
it's just and
That right
people
there is a shift.
yeah, people who
Yeah.
enjoy drinking, I've got zero judgment for you.
Yeah.
But if that's been your friendship, like getting together for some drinks and like
Yeah.
giggles, if that's been the basis of your friendship and there's not more beyond that,
Yeah.
it's really uncomfortable really quick, you know?
Yeah. I bet. And you know what's so funny is I don't know about you, but when you start to evolve and you're not there the way you were before for friends, like my really good friends, I have like 3 that I've been really close with my whole life.
Mm,
And I feel guilty that I'm not there more for them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm like, I know I have my daughter, I'm focused. And then I feel guilty that I'm not there enough for you, but I feel guilty, like, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, I do think that people understand when you have children, and that's
Yeah.
part of the primary reason for the shift. I think people get it. I
Hmm.
think people struggle a little bit when like you're really just growing and changing, that idea
Yeah.
that you would change. I think for people, you're the static vision in their mind. I was thinking about it actually. So in
Yeah.
my work life, I work for a public speaker software company, amazing. And we support people to build online businesses. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's one
Yeah.
of the things that we do. And a lot of times when people come and they talk to me about a business that they want to start, they have all these people around them telling them why they shouldn't do it and why it's
Mhm.
dangerous and you know.
Yes.
And what I share with them often, and this is what I think of when I think of people not comfortable with my growth,
Mm,
is people are loving you within the limits
mm,
of what they believe is possible, right? So if
mm.
they say, don't start a business, that'd be risky. Don't start a podcast. Oh my God, that's risky. Don't, you know,
What if no one likes it?
they're actually trying to love you,
Yeah.
right? Because
Hmm.
they don't see what's possible. They don't see
Yeah.
what you are aiming for. Only
Yeah.
you see that. And so they're trying to love you within what they see as possible. The mistake is when
Yeah.
we let their fear dictate our growth and we stop ourselves because of that feedback, right?
Yeah.
So there have been times that I've had to let go of friendships because of that. Not let
Mhm.
go like I've stopped loving you or,
Uh-huh.
we're not cool to chat, but let go if you are energetically trying to keep me in a place that I'm growing out of, then
Yeah.
I have to care for myself enough
Yeah.
to be able to let go,
Oh,
you know?
I love that. And you're allowed to make new friends and miss your old friends and
Yeah.
have both be true.
And isn't making new friends a trip though as an adult? Like it's a hard thing.
Oh my gosh, how do you make new friends?
It's
I'm
hard.
so awkward as as a mom making new friends. Trying to be
Well,
friends.
want to be friends? Want to be pals? I think that um I am right there with you. Like, think it is awkward and hard. I think that as long as both of you understand it's awkward and hard, it's kind of like dating. First dates
Yeah.
are awkward, and you just,
You like, there's been a few times went to mom groups and I was like, oh, did I come on too strong? Or like, did I talk too much? Did I ask enough questions? It's totally like a first date.
and that fear of, am I too much?
Yeah.
Am I
Mm.
too much? That's a real like thing.
Am
But
I
I've
too much?
I've gotten
Yes.
to a point where I want to be much, and I want to be around people who are much, and I want to be around people that are comfortable with my much, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And I've heard this before. Have you heard this where the saying friendships aren't trophies, they're mirrors?
Yes.
Isn't
Well,
that
and okay, that's perfect that you say that because I think that's why sometimes as you grow, friendships kind of fall away because friendships
Mhm.
are mirrors. Like I do think you attract what you are, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so if you attract what you are, that should show up in the relationships that you're having. And if you're finding yourself in a mismatch, then it's just a reflection of growth. And if you're finding yourself, we were talking yesterday about the idea of liminal space or last episode, like the space
Yeah.
between. If you're in this weird, lonely, I don't know anybody that's me or the vision of what I want to do or growth minded, or just know that that space between is not a forever thing, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you keep moving forward on your path, you find people. You do,
Ah,
That's been true for my life anyway.
amen. And stop internalizing it. It's not that you're hard to love or hard to like.
Hmm.
It's just you're evolving and you're changing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we had this little chat. This is unrelated, but I'm bringing it up anyway. When you get when you get feedback from somebody that is really harsh and makes you question yourself, this
Mm.
happened to you, and I said this to you recently. So Kara got some feedback from someone that was really hurtful, and she took it super personally. And I will not claim this as my own. I think it's somebody brilliant, like Brene Brown said it, but it's like, don't hold on to feedback from somebody who you wouldn't trade lives with. That old, if I wouldn't want to live in your shoes, then why would I worry about your opinion of me? I think is really powerful. It's a hard thing. But once you get onto that concept, then it's also easier to hear the feedback, but not internalize it. Thank you for your feedback.
Yeah.
I don't want your life anyways. And so thank you for your feedback.
Yes. Thank you so much for saying that.
Bless and release, my friend.
Right?
Bless and release.
That made saying that helped me out so much.
Mm,
So thank
yeah.
you.
You're
And
welcome.
we don't want to shrink ourselves to stay in old friendships,
Yeah.
right? And then we won't evolve to like the person we're supposed to be.
Yeah. Do you feel like motherhood has changed your capacity and your tolerance for the surface level? Do you feel like it's got to be worth it? It's like sex in your 40s. It's got to be worth it.
I
Yeah.
feel like I have to be on and calm all the time with my daughter. And then like one thing from someone else that's like, out of tune or out of line, and you're like, "Rawr,
Yeah. Yeah.
watch yourself. Mama Bear has been
Yeah.
waiting."
Another great topic. Friendships are hard.
They are.
Friendships are fulfilling and valuable, and they also have that like other
Yeah.
side where they can be really challenging too.
Yeah.
And so if that's your experience, we hear you. We're with you. We'd love for you to come and be friends with us.
Would we ever?
Yeah.
We would
Come.
I would love friends.
Yeah.
Come.
Please help us.
Oh.
Join hearttostart.com. Send a join request for the group. And, maybe you'll find a mom rad that will brighten your life and be more in line with what you need in the space you're in right now in your life.
And we'll end with stop chasing belonging and just start creating it.
Word.
Bam.
Word.
Bam.
Yeah.
You're mom enough, you guys.
You're mom enough.
We love you.
We love you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Love this combo? Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and share with a mom who needs to hear it.
And if you're craving a deeper connection, come find us in the Heart to Start group.
Because the real work of motherhood,
It's becoming whole while you raise tiny humans.
And that's exactly what we're doing together.
Go to joinheartthestart.com and get in the group.
Hey, if this episode reminded you that you're allowed to grow out of friendships, share it with a mom who's grieving that too.
But also, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future episodes. And if you really love us, we would appreciate it so much if you left us a review. Shawna had mentioned this before, but if you are looking for a group of super cool moms to talk with and hang out with, we're calling it Mom Rads, which is pretty amazing. A group of moms who are trying to evolve and better ourselves as people, right? Outside of motherhood. Who doesn't want that? Sign me up.
Sign me up. Where do they go?
Joinhearttostart.com to get in the group.
Sometimes something happens in your day and you feel like you're just about to snap your crayons. Well,
Yeah.
girl, having a day so bad. We do too, but we've cracked the code. If you go to yourmomenough.com/stop, you can grab your copy of Mom Needs a Minute, What to Do When Big Feelings Hijack Your Day, but you still have to mom. An ebook with all the answers for how to manage those hot little moments. Yeah?
And it honestly, like, this is kind of just going off on a tangent, but it has saved me so many times since I've read that book. So many times.
Well, go get it. She's free and she's all yours.
It's free.
Yourmomenough.com/stop.
And guys, don't forget, moms. You're already mom enough.
Don't forget, you are mom enough.
You're mom enough.
You're mom enough.
Bye.
Bye.